What's up, everyone? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, The Hot Commodity EMC, and today we're saying goodbye to 2025 and jumping in our time machine and going back to the WWF Attitude Era, covering all things from December 97 to where we currently are now, March 29th, 2001, in the WWE. Today we're covering SmackDown live in Detroit, Michigan, and this is the last stop before WrestleMania 17. And to kick off SmackDown, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, Helmsley, and a bunch of cops come out to the ring. Triple H says, Undertaker, when are you going to realize that your yard is smack dab in the middle of my world? At WrestleMania, you will play the game and you will lose. Undertaker comes out and he says, when there was little Undertaker, when it came time for recess, they sent little Undertaker home because I don't play games. He says that he called the bail's bondsman and he will be out in a couple of hours and proceeds to beat the living shit out of Triple H. Taker does get arrested, but he knows that he's willing to get arrested to go after Triple H. We're going to see these two fight at WrestleMania. It was badass of Taker to be willing to get arrested to fuck up the game, but we'll see what happens at WrestleMania. Next, we see X Factor with Albert defeat the APA with Jacqueline. During the match, the Right to Censor come out and attack APA and Tazz on the floor, allowing X-Pac to land an X Factor to Farouk. X Factor gets the win after the Right to Censor lay out Tazz and the APA. So after Right to Censor destroy Tazz and the APA, we will see this six-man tag match go down at WrestleMania. Next, we see Chris Benoit and the WWF European Champion Test. They defeat the team of Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle after Benoit applies a crossface to Guerrero. After the match, Kurt Angle attacks Benoit and applies the ankle lock. We're going to see all four men battle at WrestleMania. I'm most excited for Benoit and Angle, though, because they're similar styles and they're going to mesh well, and we'll see what happens at WrestleMania 17. Next, we see Shane McMahon backstage talking, and many wrestlers, they're all excited that he owns WCW, and maybe he's trying to get some people to join that company. Who knows? Next, we have Stone Cold Steve Austin coming out to the ring. He calls out the WWF Champion, The Rock, but Vince McMahon comes out instead. Vince says, Stone Cold says, Vince, I said I want The Rock, not a jackass. Vince says, I'm not going to let you ruin my WrestleMania main event. You're not going to deal with The Rock tonight. But Austin ends up fucking up Vince McMahon. And then WWF Champion The Rock comes out and faces off with Austin. Austin says, I got something to get off my chest. On Raw, you gave Stone Cold Steve Austin a Stone Cold Stunner. You proceeded to then drink my beer. I respect what you did. Let's toast tonight. And so he gives The Rock a beer, and Austin toasts to The Rock walking into WrestleMania, the champion for the last time. And then Austin bangs his beer can into The Rock's. Rock says, I have a toast of my own. Here's to your health, happiness, and your ass getting whooped at WrestleMania. And then Austin and The Rock brawl. They fight in the crowd, and eventually they're separated. This WrestleMania main event is going to heat up with both men kind of having the advantage over each other. Next, we see Rhyno with Edge and Christian taking on Matt Hardy with Jeff Hardy. We saw Rhyno gore Lita on Raw. Matt trying to get some revenge. During the match, Christian lands an unprettier to Matt Hardy, which allows Rhyno to get the victory. After, Jeff Hardy hits Edge and Christian with chair shots and runs a ladder into Rhino's head. Matt lands a twist of fate to Rhyno on the chair and then a swanton bomb from Jeff. The WWF Tag Team Champions, the Dudley Boyz, come out and brawl with the Hardys. And then the Dudleys lands a 3D to Rhyno through a table. We're going to see TLC 2 at WrestleMania 17. And I'm excited for that one to take place. Vince McMahon is upset about everything that happened between him and Austin. So he decides to book Trish Stratus in a Bra Panties match against Ivory. We then hear the Undertaker's music play, but it's Triple H dressed up like the American Badass, driving the Undertaker's motorcycle out to the arena. Stephanie then comes out and gives Triple H a sledgehammer. Triple H proceeds to destroy the Undertaker's motorcycle and then pushes the motorcycle off the stage. Triple H knows that the Undertaker is currently arrested, so there's nothing that Undertaker can do about it tonight. Next, Vince tells Deborah that she will not be involved at WrestleMania 17. She won't be managing The Rock, and Deborah's kind of confused by this because the past couple of weeks, Deborah's been managing The Rock, so we'll have to see what Vince is up to. Next, we do have that special Bra Panties match, the women's champion Ivory taking on Trish Stratus. Ivory comes out saying that she's not competing in this match because it's degrading, but then Trish ends up going after Ivory. Ivory takes off Trish's shirt and then tries to put it back on Trish. Chyna comes out and strips Ivory to her bra and panties. The match is ruled a no contest, but Chyna will get her hands on Ivory at WrestleMania 17. And our main event here from SmackDown, Commissioner William Regal and The Big Show taking on the Intercontinental Champion Chris Jericho and Kane. During this match, Regal hits Chris Jericho with a fire extinguisher, applies a Regal stretch, and Chris Jericho has no choice but to tap out to William Regal. And as SmackDown goes off the air, we see Stone Cold Steve Austin leaving the arena. He's swearing, he's pissed, and he says, I need to be WWF Champion. It looks like Austin will do anything to get that title, and we will find out everything that takes place at WrestleMania 17. Basic episode of SmackDown, nothing crazy happened. I'm just excited to cover WrestleMania, and then we're going to continue on through 2001. I was about to say 2000. We already did that. We're in 2001 here. With that, make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. And until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.